Hello everyone, you're welcome to the third week in the stream of this course. We'll be looking at types of business communication. I am Ahmed Jonathan Agaba and I am the course instructor and lecturer for this course. And just to remind us, this course is Business Communication 1 with Team 315, the part 1. In the reel of this course. Now, we'll further in this topic by looking into the objectives to this course. At the end of this course, what I expected to achieve, you to understand the various types of business communication, identify when to use each type of communication, analyze the effectiveness of different forms of communication in various business scenarios. It's very important. This is specifically designed for students of business administration and management, as well as entrepreneurs in training, in practice, also intending entrepreneurs. And then pushing through with the introduction. Business communication is essential for the success of any organization. It refers to the exchange of information within a business environment to achieve organizational goals. Now, I mentioned in the previous lecture, and I did mention emphatically, I said, in making preparations towards your business and in all of the business plans you prepare, there is every need, in fact, a fundamental need to prepare your business communication plan. This is one area that a lot of people shy away from. A lot of entrepreneurs, emerging entrepreneurs as well, and even a lot of SMEs, small and medium enterprises, even large corporations, shy away from. It is very important you factor in your business communication plan in making your business plan. It is very important, and this is what a lot of people shy away from. Business owners, intending business owners, and the likes. And it's important you do so because it as well helps in the overall success of that business or that entrepreneurial venture. It's very important. Now, having said that, of course, this is types of business communication as a topic, but there is every need to make emphasis on the necessity and the need for business communication. So it is not just one thing you do just by the side, or you just do it for convenience. No, it is not so. We go to the types of business communication. Of course, written communication, as we can see, which includes emails, letters, memos, reports, and other written documents. Now, someone may ask, is there really need to plan this thing or plan these things? Talking about the types now. Is there need to really plan the types of business communication we are to engage in the course of our business and then factor that in the business plan? Yes, there is need, and this is actually to help us guide and streamline and as well plan the repercussions of some communication that may happen, as well how to give feedback to some written communication or some written information to that organization or venture. There is need to have a plan for these things because there are unforeseen circumstances in business. And it's expected that all round you should have a plan. You should have a backup. Business communication as well is not exempted from such plan and backup. So communication is not just what you do at random. I have always emphasized this, and it applies strongly to business. It is not just what you do at random. And that's why a lot of people get it wrong in the business world and even entrepreneurs too. You do not do communication at random. Communication is a planned affair. It's a planned engagement, you know. So even when you are taking on a West, you should have had a plan, more or less suggestively. If this very type of communication, surfaces, how do we go about it? So beyond the head knowledge, or beyond the communication skill, there is need for a plan. You have the skill, yes, you have the head knowledge, yes, but there is need for a plan, a communication plan to factor into your business plan. And this is more or less non-negotiable. So, and this is necessarily used for formal communication and as well documentation. It's important we note that. So it's used for formal communication, documentation, and record keeping. Now, example, of course, writing an email to a client to confirm a meeting, is one of such examples of vision communication in the business context. And then we have verbal communication, which involves face-to-face conversations, phone calls, video conferences, of course, face-to-face conversation, verbal communication, the use of your mouth to communicate, allows for immediate feedback and clarification. Of course, we have them outlined here. Conducting a meeting to discuss project updates, for example, is one. Then we have the non-verbal communication, which comprises body language. Of course, it is non-verbal because it doesn't involve the use of mouth. And I've always said, by virtue of research and understanding, that non-verbal communication contains even more information that verbal communication may not be able to spew or may not be able to express. Of course, there are deep hidden messages and more messages, as a matter of fact, in non-verbal communication, which verbal communication may not always even express. So body language, facial expressions that displays mood, and emotions sometimes. Gestures and tone of voice, the highs and the lows of your voice, and then the emotions, of course, all the inner intentions of your heart that are expressed through voice. And then, of course, this non-verbal communication can convey emotions, like I've said, attitudes, and even intentions. An example is using eye contact, of course, nodding through a presentation to show engagement, just as I have described in this work. Then we have visual communication, of course, things you see with your eyes, utilizes visuals such as graphs, charts, infographics, videos, of course, we have that. And then we have digital communication, which involves communication through digital platforms like social media, websites, and messaging apps, of course. Very important, Facebook is one example, to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and the likes. And digital communication helps to actually provide quick and convenient way to reach a wide audience, of course, with the use of digital technology, your mobile phones, your laptops, of course, and the likes. And then, of course, we have an example, posting an announcement on the company's LinkedIn page within an organization, of course, is highly, usable and engaging. In fact, there's some organizations, and I would say some anyway, since I won't be able to describe the statistics, of organizations that actually have digital media or social media platforms, but quite a number anyway, and I would say some, at least descriptively by virtue of the ones have digital media pages or social media pages, for which they may actually just contain to, maybe it might just be exclusive to just their members of staff, and then they can communicate information there. LinkedIn too is even one digital media platform, and of course for each pages are created. LinkedIn is one, is highly official with engagement and use, particularly. So all right, so and then we'll look into the concluding part, that understanding different types of business communication is crucial for effective communication within an organization. So there is every need not just to learn this, but engage this practically. Okay, very important. And having looked at the overview, then of course we have next step. You are expected to practice identifying the types of communication used in various scenarios, and of course reflect on the effectiveness of different forms of communication in different business contexts necessary. So engage these next steps, please. The quiz or the quizzes as well, please do engage them. Then the citation, for further reading and engagement as well.